So I admire the work of Thomas Goss as a YouTuber. More I can't judge actually, so because it's not my thing. However, I can give an advice regarding orchestration. As I might have said already, we live in an era of being fake, and nothing helps you more to be a fake composer than going direct in the topic of orchestration, principally nowadays with digital performance. I don't want to take students away from the online course of the Thomas Goss. I'm happy he's doing well. However, I have to also give my advice if you are interested in develop yourself as an orchestral composer. And the advice is very cruel. Exactly for those people who do the shortcut and are already taking courses in orchestration. Master solfeggio. You have to be able to sing what you are reading. I'm speaking about a simple melodic lines like da di da di da di da da di di da di da di da da di da di. That you read this and you can sing. You may sing out of pitch sometimes because of the vocal technique. This is not a big problem, but that you mentalize the song, at least of such melodies. So the second thing, the rules of harmony. So you have to understand how the seventh is supposed to behave, or the dissonants are supposed to behave, at least in classical, baroque, and romantic music. It is also very crucial to be able to read the harmony, no? So a third important thing is musical analysis. You have to be able to read the harmony in context, more or less in a fast manner, in order to understand which type of translation you want to do from your piano sketch to the orchestration, principally in a traditional orchestration course that we still work with piano sketches. For the orchestration without piano sketch, then you have to master solfeggio even more. So you have to get out of here. If you don't master solfeggio and you are paying money for this course, or even for me, you are losing your time, you understand? And we have to talk about this because today you can just shortcut things. You can, I don't know, you can enroll yourself in Harvard, perhaps if you pay in the last year of philosophy of language. Do you understand? So we live in an era where it's very easy to do the shortcut, principally when it is about money. And what I see that people are losing totally the sense of hierarchy and of methodic escalation from one goal to the next goal. And they are underrating how long is the way. So on my fourth year on piano, it was very clear for me that I was still beginning. And this is when I was already at university. And so clavier, piano, concert, bachelor for performance. So I entered very, very soon. However, in my head, for me, independently of what the teachers were thinking, it was very clear that I was starting. And I took this very seriously. But today, the guy is on his third year of piano, and he's already jumping into other things and start to overestimate himself, but in a bad sense. I think you should be confident. I think you should set a goal like I will compose a symphony next year, but you should do the things that are required for this. Principally, if the symphony doesn't get so easily out from your hands, okay? If you see that you struggle, so yeah, this is the evidence that you have to work. If you don't struggle, you don't have even to talk to me, because I am not a prodigy. I was not. And if you are a person that, if you don't struggle, so the video is not for you. So solfeggio, harmony, analysis, and the most crucial skill is to be able to read scores. Because, see, you are orchestrating based on your knowledge that you take from somewhere, and the source of knowledge are the scores. So you have to be able to read the scores. And this is again a lot of work. I can still read a score as I wish still. So, and some conductors, maybe they experience the same situation. So it's not to make you lose the motivation, but for you understand how it is. And when you read the scores, then you are absorbing the most important skills of orchestration. When you try to read scores on piano, when you write a reduction or you try to read and reduce, even better when you try to just think about it and develop something. So this is how I learned what I learned, and I still have to practice this more. So if you are struggling with orchestration after, I don't know, studying this with 2 years, so let's say 2 years after your first course, if you are still not confident enough to the point of being creative with orchestral works, then I am totally sure that these are the things that they are missing. And the teachers for orchestration, they won't tell you this, I think. The Thomas Goss, even sometimes he did a very good point on reading scores. This is true. But I think it's not central enough, because for me the difference is that I would spend with you more time reading scores, trying to play them, than analyzing. So we would do the analysis perhaps together, but a second unity of the lesson would be that you prepare at home some score that is bigger, that has more staves than an organ score or piano. So, for example, in the first lesson, I would focus on Haydn Opus 1, and you would learn this at home, and you would try to prepare and play this in the lesson. But the point is, we don't want a concert performance, do you understand? What we want, principally, as a composers, is something like, okay, play these 4 measures here. Or, okay, which is the accord going on here? Or, okay, how is the melody here? So, this is the first idea. And when I studied at Mozarteum, the problem was that I studied with conductors. And the focus was more on co-repetition, so it was like a criminal and fatal that I had to play a tempo. And it was very strict, it was very, very harsh. So I missed someone that looked at the score like a composer, and someone that looked at the skill of score reading as a tool in your toolbox. And the first goal of this tool, of using this tool, is to reproduce some aspects of the score that are crucial to you. And how do you know this? Because when you compose an orchestral piece or a quartet, these are exactly the things that you are looking for, and that are making you get stuck and fall into composer's block, and then later you don't know what is going on. So what is going on is very simple. Is that your brain doesn't work yet. You don't have the muscles. It's simple like this. You don't have the muscles in the brain yet, and your ear is also not trained. So before you think about fantastic orchestration recipes and tips, ask yourself if your muscle, the brain muscle, is working, if your ear skills are working, and also your fingers. This is very basic. But what is the problem? We live in a fake society. We do the shortcut, and we are also a very covert society, because we don't have the courage to face our weaknesses. And these things that I mentioned, they are weaknesses that we all have, and they are way harder to correct. Here's the problem. The difference is if you are aware of this and you go forward towards the development or not. Okay, we are not talking here about who is the best. So these flaws, you have to face them every time, and ask about how ask how much you master these things. Always when you have a problem with a conceptual advice, a tip, a rule, a theory, a how-to, okay? Ask yourself if you are facing these problems. As Solomon said, who loves the correction, loves the wisdom.